Hi there, Sandy Freshy here, back with another video. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to start a conversation about human design and intuition. This is something I've been rolling around in my heart for a while, and today it finally all kind of dropped in and came together. This is probably going to be more than one video. So today's video is the first one in this series, and we're going to explore the question of, is your inner authority your intuition? So if this is a topic that interests you, I invite you to subscribe and hit the little bell so that you're notified of when I upload the next videos in this series and beyond. And if you like this video, like it, and please do share it with anyone that you think would benefit. So let's get on with this topic. Is your inner authority your intuition? In my humble opinion and in my understanding of the mechanics of human design, the answer to that question is yes and no. It depends on, in a sense, what your inner authority is, and also what you are intuiting, okay? So let's start with the definition of intuition. I always like to look up a definition so we have something to anchor our discussion around. So the definition that I found online that really seemed to fit with this framework, this train of thought that we're going to go down, is the ability to understand something without conscious reasoning. And it's often an immediate ability to understand something. So if you are a generator or a manifesting generator who has a sacral authority, your intuition about yourself is in your sacral center. For the rest of us with who are other energy types and other authorities who have other types of decision-making authorities, there's a process to this. So let's talk about, first of all, the difference between what you're intuiting. Like, are you intuiting something about yourself, or are you intuiting something about someone else? So if you're intuiting something about someone else, when we look at that in the context of the human design chart, it can get very, very complicated and involved. And that's a topic for another video where I probably will only just skim the surface so you don't get overwhelmed, but I am going to address it. In this video, I want to talk about your intuition about yourself. And as I said, the generators and the manifesting generators you guys have that intuition in your sacral, your whatever that guttural response is that's coming out of you, and you have it in the moment. But let's say that you are a generator or manifesting generator who has an emotional authority. Well, there's a little process in there, right? Because you don't always have that truth in the moment immediately, as the definition can say, the ability to understand something often immediately without conscious reasoning. So that doesn't mean that you're up here in your head when you have emotional authority, right? And with all of our authorities, it's not about conscious reasoning. So from that perspective, your inner authority, or your decision-making authority, is part of your intuition. It is the part of the intuition that is about you knowing what's best for you. Whether you need to take your time because you've got an authority like an emotional authority where you need to take your time to feel through your body, not what you're, not taking time to think what you're thinking, even though, of course, the mind is going to do what the mind is going to do. But you're feeling through your body, and then you eventually come to that place where you know what's best for you. So let's look at your inner authority. Let's take the perspective on your inner authority that it is the foundation of your intuitive knowing system, of your intuition. Because if you don't know or can't discern what's best for you through the mechanics of feeling into your body in the way that you're designed to do it, then all other knowing about feeling into other people, knowing intuitively what's going on in the room, knowing other things about yourself even, all of that doesn't have a place to rest upon. It doesn't have a support system because you're actually not grounded in knowing you, knowing what's best for you. So that's where I think we need to really look when you're looking at where does my decision-making authority fit into my intuition. Look at it as the bedrock for everything else you develop in terms of your own intuitive abilities, in terms of what you're looking at and maybe trying to decipher from your human design chart to give you clues about your intuitive abilities. Because none of that means anything unless you're living in this body and you're present in your body and you are filtering information, or maybe your response if you're a generator or manifesting generator, invitations if you're a projector, reflectors, maybe you're filtering what's going on in the group around you. Whatever you're filtering, it's always going to be distorted until you are truly aligned and discerning clearly from your inner authority. So is your inner authority your intuition? It's the foundation and the bedrock, in my humble opinion, for any kind of intuitive development that you do, because it will be the thing that you continually come back to rely upon, to discern what's yours to do, what's yours to see, whether you're seeing it clearly, whether you're in even in the right environment where it's yours to intuit. You will know that through the alignment with your inner authority, by following your authority. So that's it for today, for this video. I do have a question for you, and that question is, first of all, look on your chart and see what your authority is. So I want to know, what is your authority, and what do you know about yourself when you listen to your authority? What do you know? What have you learned? What do you recognize that you are clear about when you are listening to your inner authority? So go ahead and leave that in the comments, and also any of your questions about intuition in your human design chart or intuition in general. And we will continue this conversation in another video. So until the next time, be well.